So a very good day to all the faculty members, dignitaries, participants, and our student members. Myself, Tejasri Revanuru, working as an assistant professor in Balaji Institute of IT and Management, Kadapa. So today, it's a proud moment for our college that we are going to conduct a webinar on significance of English vocabulary in communication and methodology. Our speaker is Sri R. Bhaskar Bharadwaj sir, who is a very talented, kind-hearted and sweet person. I also personally have a good experience with sir's classes and teaching. Really, we are feeling proud for your attention here, sir. Thank you so much for having a part in our college webinar, sir. Thank you so much. So I personally feeling great and proud for being an initiator for this webinar, for this today's webinar. Then coming to our college, Balaji Institute of IT and Management, Kadapa, our college was established in the year 2009 and our management has done a lot of activities and development programs for our students, for the students' personal development. This webinar is also one among them, which allows a student to develop in their career by having a knowledge about the English vocabulary and communication. Then coming to our principal, Madam Dr. G. Sarika Garu, who is having a lot of patience and hardworking nature. We are feeling proud for having such a great woman as our principal in our college. So rest of the information will be communicated by our principal, Madam Dr. G. Sarika Garu. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
So on this auspicious occasion, a warm welcome to all the participants. A good morning to all the faculty members and the staff and student friends. So today our webinar is going on the topic significance of English vocabulary in communication and methodology. So a hearty welcome to Sri R. Bharadwaj, Bhaskar Bharadwaj Garu, and working as a deputy manager in IAI in United India Insurance Committee Limited, Pondicherry. So in this regard, I inform that a dream does not become reality through magic, sweat, determination. Yes, it is believed that our speaker is Bhaskar Bharadwaj Garu is very hardworking person. Started his career as a Telugu medium student, but he is very interested in giving the speeches as a physics lecturer, physics faculty. He worked, and his mother tongue is Tamil, and he is related with the Chittoor district, born and brought up in the Chittoor district itself, and he started his career as a stenographer in 2000. First of all, he started his career as a clerk. Thereafter, he moved on to the 2000 stenographer, and until he is now the stage is deputy manager, AAO, AO, AM, DM. So this the process is the journey of what Bharadwaj Garu, and coming to our college, Balaji Institute of IT and Management. So I'm working as a principal of the great college, Balaji Institute of IT and Management. Our chairman, he's always been a source of inspiration to all the motivation for the students. I'm very privileged to introduce my chairman, Sri Levatu Nitish Reddy Garu, and very kind-hearted person in our college, in our institution, and our faculty. With the faculty members, he is very true-going person. So he is very honorable person and he is very respectable person. He is encouraging all these webinars and all the time, not only in students, for faculty and all the things. So in this regard, I heartily welcome Sri Bharadwaj Garu to take the initiation for this webinar. So please go on with your webinar, sir.
Right, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice of you, friends. Good morning. This is Bhaskar Bharadwaj before you. Today, the topic is significance of vocabulary and how best the vocabulary influences the English language actually. So before actually going to the main topic, that is vocabulary, let me throw light upon what is language and how English language is important, or how to master the language of English. So I feel myself privileged to be a part of this Balaji Institute of IT and Management and Rajeshwari institutions. Quite some time back also, I took some seminars over here, directly interacting to the students. And this is the first occasion wherein I am in a webinar in this institution. But doing a webinar session is quite natural to me. I have taken a number of insurance-oriented webinars in my office day-to-day daily training sessions are concerned. So coming to today's session, my friend Mr. Leslie Martin has also joined. So welcome Martin on behalf of Balaji Institution and on my behalf. Good morning and good afternoon actually to one and all whoever has joined. So let me go to the topic of English language and its significance to a little bit, and then I'll come to the vocabulary part. Coming to the English language, what is language means? Language is a means of communication, or language is a basis of conveying your ideas to others to get your things done. So whenever you want to have a thing accomplished by somebody, you want to convey him through a language or a medium through which you express your ideas, and by means of a language we express ourselves to others. Basically everybody is exposed to their own mother tongues they feel, but language is a system of cluster of words, or you can say it is a union of sentences, or you make the others understood by means of whatever that is in your heart. The exact system should go to him. There are certain principles actually. What you call is ABCD, accuracy. What you say, there should be some accuracy in it. You should be very brief. Second point is A, then B is brief, and third one is you should be clear in whatever you convey. So accuracy, brevity, and clarity. These are the three things. Then comes the next one, defectless, that is errorless. Automatically, when A, B, C, D are accomplished, E comes into picture. That is your language will become elegant or effective. Then comes F, and F means it is flowery or flawless. The thing you can add, going on adding to the alphabets, everything. It may be a great oratory or something like that. You may be a giant speaker in the days to come. My dear friends, my life started as a Telugu medium student, toiling for English vocabulary, learning to know how I can master English over a period of time. That was my beginning days when I suffered for English. Why one should learn English? This is the basic question everybody will have. What is that English can do to a particular individual? The basic aspect I want to make it very clear. Any language for that matter, it is an outcome of, or it is born out of some other languages. Say for example, we say Sanskrit is mother of all the languages. Can we ask a question like this, whether English is born out of Sanskrit? Yes, there is an answer for it. Even English is also outcome of Sanskrit, I can say. How, you may ask me? See, for example, to anybody, who is the first god? To everybody, the first god is mother. So Matru Devo Bhava, Matru, from Matru, Mata, Ra is there. Instead of pronouncing it clearly, English people, they have pronounced it as Mata, Ra, mother, it has become. Then Pitru has become father, Bhatru has become brother, Sose or something like that, it becomes sister. So even a snake, while it is going, if it is a bigger one, in Telugu we say Sarpamu. It has become, and it has come to English and it has become serpent. A serpent throws out Visham or Veenam. So there are a lot of intricacies with Sanskrit language. Many languages have supplied words to English. So English is such a flexible, adaptable, easily understood language because there are no any jargons in it. People who are of Telugu origin, who are listening to me, they can understand. దీంట్లో తెలుగులో లాగా ఒత్తులు, సంయుక్తాక్షరాలు, ద్విత్వాలు, అనునాసికాలు ఏమి ఉండదు. So others who are unable to understand, I am putting it in this way. There are no any half letters or mixed letters or letters which are being pronounced with some difficulty and all. Only you are having 26 alphabets which play a vital role in coinage of all the vocabulary of English. So basically English is considered to be I'll say generally, it is an international language, it is a global language, it is a universal language, it is a link language or lingua franca language. You can see this language under 5 heads. You can call it international. There may be a confusion with for people. International and global are one and the same. No, international is different from global. Global is different from universal. Every word is different. How? International means a language which is communicated among nations. One particular individual of a particular nation, if he wants to interact with another man, say a Pakistani wanted to interact with a Sri Lankan, so he may not be knowing Sinhali, the other may not be knowing Arabic or Urdu. So when they both meet together, they should rely on a link language. The fourth aspect of my heads, that is international, international, global, universal, and link. No, it functions as a link internationally. That's why one nation fellow can interact with another nation fellow by means of a link language, and English is a very good link language internationally. Then what is global? An aspect which is beyond international. International means only landed part of the area is covered. Global means entire globe, including water also. That means you are traveling in a very big ship, say a Titanic kind of ship, and if you have fallen into the deep oceans, or somebody who is naughty has thrown you into the deep sea, if you say in your vernacular language, Rakshinchandi in Telugu, or Kapatunga in Tamil, or Bachao in Hindi, only the known people who know vernacular, they only can rescue you. Suppose if you are in the deep sea and if you are shouting, save me, many people will come to save you because you are using international language. Now, international acclaim has gone to an extent of covering both landed and water part. That means you are now globally acclaimed, entire globe. Then comes universal, it's beyond globe. If you go to other planets also, wherever you go, English is acclaimed as a language. See the benefit given to the English. It can link you. That then I said link language. So it internationally links. It links you globally. It links you universally. What not? It links you everywhere. There is a very good poem in Telugu. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahalada, "Where is your Lord Srihari?" Then he said, "Indugalaడు అందులేడని సందేహం వలదు తండ్రి, చక్రి సర్వోపగతుండు, ఎందెందు వెతికినా అందందే కలడు." This is the poem uttered by Prahalada. Means he is everywhere. ఇక్కడున్నాడు అక్కడున్నాడని వెతకాల్సిన పని లేదు. Wherever you want to search him, you can. In the similar fashion, this language, it is everywhere in the world. Internationally, if you want to get acclaim, you use English. Globally, if you want to have, you use English. Universally, I told you, even in other planets also, planetary language also is English. Such a recognition has been given to this bloody language, I can say, which is very easy in learning. Why I am telling you is a bloody language means a person who has born basically in a Telugu region, whose mother tongue is Tamil, who can speak 4 other languages of the south, can easily learn English. Means anybody can on this area or wherever you are, you can easily learn the intricacies of this language. Nothing jargon is involved in learning English. Only thing is we are magnifying it, we are seeing it in a different angle. Then comes the other aspects. Globalization. Friends, there was a technical hitch in between. So let me continue. Actually, I told about international, global, universal link. No, then one more important aspect I have left it over, and technical hitch also has taken place for that only. I feel it is lingua franca. What is lingua franca actually? English has a this language has a special significance that it is lingua franca language. What is lingua franca? Lingua franca means to understand easily, you have to understand three kind words. That is, any student or any man for that matter, what he wants in life. Everybody wants to be successful in life, is it not? So nobody says I want to be an unsuccessful man, and nobody can say I should be an unsuccessful individual. Everybody wants success in life. So success is a root cause, and for that we will all striving in life. Somebody feels they are successful by acquiring wealth. Somebody else feels they are successful by achieving something great in life. So people's wishes may be different, but everybody wants to be successful. When one is successful, automatically recognition will come. Success and recognition, yes and R are linked. Somebody may say, I don't want to be successful in life, sir. I don't want any recognition because my great grandfather is already successful. My grandfather is successful. Our khandan पूरा successful है. हमको success नहीं होना चाहिए, sir. Already recognized family I am. But they also want in society one another yes. They want one another R. They are not success and recognition. These S and R are, they want status in life. హోదా అందరు అడుగుతారు జీవితంలో, అదేలాగా రెస్పెక్ట్, గౌరవము, మర్యాదలు అడుగుతారు. సో సక్సెస్ రికగ్నిషన్ వద్దనుకున్నాడు కూడా స్టేటస్ అండ్ రెస్పెక్ట్ అడుగుతాడండి, అది గ్యారంటీ. అది వద్దనుకునేవాడు ఎవడు ఉండడు. సో నెక్స్ట్, ఎవ్రీబడి వాంట్స్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్, ఎవ్రీబడి వాంట్స్ రిలేషన్షిప్, అండ్ నోబడి సేస్ ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ అండ్ రిలేషన్షిప్. దేర్ మే బి పీపుల్ హూ వాంట్ say they may say I have already lot of friends here, I don't want friendship, and already I am married, I am in relation with somebody, so I have social relationships, other relationships, whatever the relationship is, I don't want any relationship. Even they can say, they will not say I don't want this particular ship, that is leadership. Everybody nowadays is behind this third leadership. So a language that gives you success, recognition, status, respect, friendship, relationship and leadership is English, sir. That's why all these qualities put together it is called as lingua franca. Lingua franca అంటే ఇవన్నీ అంటే ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ అయితే మీకు సక్సెస్ ఇస్తుందో, ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ మిమ్మల్ని రికగ్నైజ్డ్గా నిలబడుతుందో, ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ స్టేటస్, రెస్పెక్ట్, లీడర్షిప్, రిలేషన్షిప్, ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ ఇస్తుందో ఆ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అని చేసి పెట్టేశారు. ఇంక ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇవన్నీ ఇలేదు. కాబట్టి ఇఫ్ యూ సే ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ ఇంగ్లీష్, ఇఫ్ యూ సే ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ కంప్యూటర్, the society will say you are a fool, you are a big fool. For that matter, great orators, very big speakers like Vivekananda, I can read the names, lot of people are there. I have jotted a few of them. Swami Vivekananda, then I can say Abdul Kalam, Indira Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi for that matter, and Aurobindo. Latest you can say Jaggi Vasdev, and also you can say Ravi Shankar Guruji, and also Satya Sai Baba for that matter, Albert Einstein, and also Winston Churchill, Roosevelt, Stalin, all were very good speakers of English. Even you can say Jiddu Krishnamurti also. There are a lot of people who acclaimed international credits, are internationally, globally recognized, what you call respected, status oriented people. And English can say, it will give you, if you are speaking in English, whatever is your other activity, people will forget everything. They will say you are a cultured man. By speaking in English, you are a cultured man, you are a civilized man. Suppose if you are not speaking English, means uncultured barbarian, sir. He is not speaking in English. He doesn't know how to communicate in English. What is this dirty situation? This is the situation where you are being thrown. So English is such a language which will put you in society at a greater heights or helm of affairs. Say you cannot escape saying that I don't want English, because all higher studies, wherever you go, It is in English only, sir. You have to. Research and development, latest information, science and technology, internet, chatting, browsing, your computer, for that matter. Just now there was a internet hitch. Everything happens only on account of knowing communication skills or English very well. Then what is the fun of or throwing something or talking ill of not knowing this language? You should make it a very friendly language. You should say it is my friendly language or adaptable language. Say, my dear friends, one of my friends is there in the webinar who is watching me. He knows me. I was basically not an English medium student. I never studied in English medium classes. But I was wondering how these people will be. They will be very good communicators. Their communication skills will be very good because they have born in English medium. They have studied English medium. Nothing very. It is a very big zero, I can say, because they neither know their vernacular thoroughly nor they can speak in English thoroughly. రెంటికి చెడిన రేవడి అంటామండి తెలుగులో అట్లా అయిపోతారు యాక్చువల్లీ నా గర్ఖ నా ఘాట్కా ఇఫ్ యూ సే ఇట్ ఇన్ హిందీ సో ఎనీ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఫర్ దట్ మ్యాటర్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ బై అబ్జర్వేషన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ బై ఇమిటేషన్ it comes by exposure, it comes by environment. So you should have all these things. You should observe thoroughly, you should imitate whatever you have observed, you should have that exposure of that language, and you should live in that environment if you really want to have that language. Then all of us should say we should go to England to have that exposure. Let me be in England or let me be in some other country where English is spoken, whereas I will get the exposure. Is it true? No, my dear friends. This is such a easy language. Anybody can practice. Say a dirty person like me who had no any proficiency, fluency in English. Today I am giving a very big lectures. Wherever I go, there are opportunities for me calling. They will be knocking my door. Come sir, take a 1 or 2 seminars in our college. What is the significance of English, you tell? What is the significance of vocabulary, group discussions, soft skills? I take number of sessions on many interesting topics. What has made me thorough in this is I have understood the logic of how a language can be easily understood or easily conveyed. What I did for this, I have studied the intricacy of the language. I have taken language as a science because basically I am a science graduate. I started my career as a BSc student. So I took even English also in that angle. I thought water is there. Let me drink water for that matter. Water is there. It is a combination of two gases, namely hydrogen and oxygen. Can anybody give water equation? Because you are not directly interacting with me, I can put you like this. Hydrogen H2 plus oxygen O2 in combination it gives you H2O. This is water equation. But is this equation balanced? Means some chemistry students will say, no sir, your equation is not balancing. It should have two elements of hydrogen. It should be 2H2 plus one element of oxygen, that is O2, to give you 2 molecules of water. So 2H2 plus O2 gives rise to 2H2O. Is it correct now? So you will be agreeing. Yes, it is right now. It is your equation is a balanced equation. Similarly, after reactant, after that arrow mark, I have put language as my product. What should react? I started thinking, sir. Purely I am telling, this is Bhaskar Bharadwaj's equation. Nowhere else on the globe you can find such a silly thinking or such a silly way of approach to language. I have did this. 100% I am telling you sincerely, I have did this and I got the answer. What could be the reactants to get a language as a product? My reactants were vocabulary plus grammar. Here also it is not balancing. This equation is also not matching. I said 2 parts of vocabulary and 1 part of grammar gives you 2 parts of language. Then I questioned, అరే మనకు తెలుగు వ్యాకరణం నేర్చుకొని వచ్చిందా? తెలుగులో వ్యాకరణం అని అంటే మై ఫ్రెండ్ ఈస్ దేర్ హూ హాస్ స్టడీడ్ అలాంగ్ విత్ మీ ఇన్ తెలుగు లాంగ్వేజ్. సందులు సమాసాలు ఏమి ఇంకా పోతే తెలుగులో చాలా డీప్గా ఏమి ప్రకృతులు వికృతులు 10th పార్ట్కి మనం ఏదేదో ఉత్పత్తి అర్థాలు, somebody is telling ఉత్పత్తి అర్థాలు, somebody else is telling నానార్థాలు. Lot of things we have learnt in Telugu for examination point of view in getting marks as a grammar part of Telugu. How best we are using in daily communication Telugu grammar? Big zero. Then I started grammar panikrademo ikkada equation lo. No. మై మైండ్ సెడ్ నో, గ్రామర్ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఎందుకంటే మా తాతల కాలం నుంచి ఒక మాట చెప్తా ఉన్నారండి. ఏమిటంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ రావాలంటే హిందూ పేపర్ చదవాలి. అవునండి, హిందూ పేపర్ టోటల్గా ఎన్ని పేజీలు ఉంటాయి? సండేస్లో అయితే 72 పేజీలు ఉందనుకుంటా. If I am right, on Sundays it will be around 72 pages. Other days it will be nearly 30 to 40 pages. Once when I was seeing Hindu paper, now I of late I was dropped. Anni digital papers అయిపోయినాయి, whatever it is. So when you start reading paper for learning language, it is a jargon once again, because every 3 or 4 sentences you will find one new word. Immediately you will go to the dictionary. You leave this paper here, go to the dictionary, find the meaning. If at all it should go to your brain, you have to write it somewhere. All these headaches. Then I started, what is this fun of learning English through newspaper reading? This methodology is also wrong. Grammar wrong, vocabulary wrong. Then what else you are going to tell in today's webinar? People are cutting a sorry figure on their faces. My dear friends, there is a easy methodology to achieve anything difficult. Easy solutions will be there. You have to watch over it. So 2 parts of vocabulary I understood. Vocabulary is required. Even for learning Kannada, I did the same thing when I was posted to Hospet. I collected a lot of vocabulary in Kannada. In between, wherever I was facing a problem, I used some or other English words, and I was a very good Kannada speaker. After some time, I could correct the grammatical part of it. So in grammar, there are 2 areas, 2 segments. You can divide it like this: functional grammar and formal grammar. Formal grammar means that which you learn from your childhood. Say for example, everything comes in formal grammar, starting from your alphabets, then coming to how you are going to write small words. Then after that, in English, so far as English is concerned, your direct and indirect speech, your active voice, passive voice, or your structures, and in the end, even prosody also, sonnet, epithet, whatever it is. Deep grammar. My friend, beloved friend's father, Vinod Kumar, whom I should remember on this nice day, he is our English lecturer. I remember, and Martin is there, his son is in the Zoom meeting. So English grammar is a very big, lengthy area, and how far it is useful in day-to-day daily routine. So grammar, formal is that which you studied while schooling or college or junior college or degree college, whatever it is, depending upon your curriculum and whatever the subjects you have chosen. So then there is some other grammar called functional grammar. What is this? This is what is called situational grammar or situational spoken English, people now say. Then comes, why you are using spoken English? Then your English is not good for writing. Then comes the headache of what are the skills of the language. Basically, there are 4 skills. As you all know, listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the 4 skills. Listening and speaking happens once you are born in a family. Whatever you listen, you immediately, it will go to your brain. As you may be knowing the great stories of Prahalada and the great man Abhimanyu, who were listening to their mummies, who were listening to the outside sounds while they were in mummy's womb. కడుపులో ఉండేటప్పుడే వినేసినారు వీళ్ళిద్దరు. ఎవరెవరండి? ప్రహ్లాదుడు, అభిమన్యుడు. సో బోత్ హ్యావ్ లిసన్. సో లిసనింగ్ స్కిల్స్ డెవలప్ ఫర్ ఎ చైల్డ్ when it is in mother's womb. Once the child is coming out after 3 or 4 years, whatever that it has listened, ఏదేదైతే మైండ్ లో రికార్డ్ అయి ఉందో, whatever is that there in the recorded in the memory, that the child will start to vomit out. It won't know the exact difference between what is good and what is bad. Then mother comes into picture. Mother is the first teacher. She starts correcting. Wherever the child makes mistake, you should not utter like this. It conveys a negative meaning. It conveys a positive meaning. All these corrections, the first teacher, mother, will start doing. So mother is the teacher who corrects. So listening leads to speaking. So proper listening will lead to proper speaking. Proper listening with understanding in bracket will make you a perfect speaker. So listen to things and try to understand, you will be a speaker. And there is no point of writing and reading. For that matter, though my mother tongue happens to be Tamil, I can listen to very good Tamil, I can understand Tamil and I can speak, but I am unable to write and read. Even today, it is a problem for me. I am agreeing, I am accepting, though it is my mother tongue. People may think if mother tongue is there, every skill of the language can be acquired. It is sorry, it is wrong. Once again, if you put a baby which is born in Kadapa, such a remote place, in a supersonic flight, if you transport this baby to Japan and a Japan born baby immediately born to Kadapa, no sooner it has come to the earth, this Japan baby which came to Kadapa can learn Telugu after some days, because it is in that situation, it is in that environment, it is in that exposure, it observes, it starts imitating. So wherever you are there, you observe things happening around you and you start imitating that. Even today, Bharadwaj is speaking means he is imitating somebody else. I have a lot of gurus behind who are there, who are making me to speak like this. But indirectly or directly, they may not be interacting with me. Through books, I have learned a lot of things. A lot of things happened to me in life. I learned. So language can be learned in a systematic way. Then two things come into picture. How the language is learned. It is learned through form and usage. Form ante paddhati, usage ante vaduka. Any language can be learned in form way, formal way, usage way, spoken way. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ సింపుల్ అండి. ఫామ్ అండ్ యూసేజ్ రెండు ఉన్నాయి, ప్రతి భాషకు ఉంటుందండి. దీన్నే మనం తెలుగులో చెప్పుకోవాలంటే వ్యావహారికము ఒకటి యూసేజ్, ఇంకోటి గ్రాంధికం. ఇంగ్లీష్లో కూడా ఉంది కలోక్వియల్ అండ్ ఆల్సో లిటరరీ ఇంగ్లీష్. సో యూ వాంట్ టు బికమ్ లిటరరీ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీన్స్ యూ షుడ్ థరోలీ లెర్న్ ఫార్మల్ గ్రామర్. గో టు రన్నన్ మార్టిన్, go to David Green, go to Nesfield grammar books, you start reading it. I have done everything in life. That's why I am telling you formal grammar is required. But is it possible for everybody to learn formal grammar? Is it necessary for a medical student? He should remember a lot of medical terminology. For information technology, for that fellow, he requires technological terms, he requires computer terminology, he requires IT terms. For somebody else like me who is in insurance, he requires marine oceanography, marine technology, miscellaneous insurance terms, fire insurance terms. So insurance terminology. For a person who is practicing as a lawyer, he requires legal terminology. So vocabulary is very, very vast, and you cannot say a man can learn all the things under the globe. He will become a madcap. Is it not? So there is a methodology, I said. What is that? Now, because of learning English, lot of things will come, because it occupies various fields in the market. So it can be learned by form and usage, as I said. Globalization has opened the areas, and there is no barriers between countries now. You can travel any part of the globe or any part of the nation, or internationally you can. So wherever you go, you can learn the things. If you are exposed to the language first, at least you should learn that local language which is spoken over there, or else you should rely on English. So you cannot say I don't want English, right? Now let me go to the other area. How can we learn English? Is there any methodology? As my topic says, methodology in learning vocabulary. My methodology is very simple. I can say you require SSC, and also you require vocabulary, you require syntax and sentence. What is this SSC? It is not secondary school certificate. It is not staff selection commission, as somebody is telling here. SSC means you should have strong determination. Strong determination ante దృఢ సంకల్పం ఉండాలి. నేర్చుకోవాలన్నా దృఢ సంకల్పం means I will learn this somehow or other. I am not going to leave this. This determination should be very, very strong. And at what age it should come? When you want to start, it should come. When it should end? With your last breath, it has to end. I am repeating, it should stop only when you breathe your last. Determination should be very strong, because language is a very big subject. You cannot make language to confine to a particular field. So determination should be very strong. Then comes sustained effort. Your effort should be a sustained one. Em sustained effort ante sadalani prayatnam sadalipokuddu. People will start, I should learn English, I should somehow learn, I should start imitating or emulating. I should do something. They'll go up to some level. After that, they'll stop. Saying that, ये मेरी बस की बात नहीं यार, छोड़ो, हमारे को आता नहीं, ये अंग्रेजी बकवास है यार, छोड़ो. People will say like that, they'll stop at a particular level. So determination should be strong and effort should be sustained one and it should be a sustained effort. Sadalani prayatnam. Then comes the third one, a very interesting thing, which is very, very important. It is C, continued practice. Your practice should be continuous and you should not say, I have stopped, I have learned something, I have stopped. I am taking classes only for my own development. Because there is one beautiful Sanskrit poem. Wherever I go, I used to utter this. Nachora haryam, na batru bhajyam, nachabara kari, vyaye krute vardate eva nityam. When you start spending, you will increase. When I start giving lectures, my own English vocabulary, my own way of approach, my own development with the language will go. Because when you become a learned person, nachora haryam, it cannot be stolen by thieves. Nabatru bhajyam, no brother will ask for partition. Nachabarakari, Vaya Krute Vardate eva nityam. It goes on developing as you spend it. This is the third secret. So your practice should be a continued one. To give lectures, it is not easy, and everybody cannot give lecture just like that. So you should have a lot of practice. You should work hours together to give such a speech. I wonder Chaganti Kotesarao, I wonder Garikapati Narasimha Rao, how they speak. But if at all you master that, no, it is not that big thing. Even anybody, Tom, Dick and Harry can also do. Only thing is you should have that strong determination, sustained effort and continued practice. Wherever you are, in whichever you are in the field, this SSC is important. Then for English, the other headache is vocabulary. You require the fourth aspect as vocabulary. Word power. Okay, I will come to that area. Then syntax. What is syntax means? After vocabulary comes syntax. Syntax means in computer, a command is there, syntax error it will say immediately. Means your construction is wrong. Similarly, in English, syntax means vakya rachana, construction of the sentence. How best you are constructing? For that I said, you require either formal grammar or functional grammar. My language equation, two things are there. One is vocabulary, other one is syntax. I said the same, 2V plus single G. Maybe it is formal grammar FG or functional grammar FUG. Whatever it is, it gives you definitely language. Then the other part is tense. In English, tense is very important. Tense means concept of time. Because in Telugu or other vernacular languages, I feel కాలములు ఎన్ని కాలములు మూడు భూతకాలం భవిష్యత్ కాలం వర్తమాన కాలం మూడే చెప్తాం. Whereas in English the tense itself is in 4 different forms: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. I am not going to deal grammar now. Grammar is some other area. If at all opportunity comes, we will interact in some other session. Today let me go to the vocabulary part. Then very important area, you should not have this. These things are required. Now what I said, SSC, strong determination, sustained effort, continued practice, then vocabulary, syntax, and also the sixth one is, as I said, the tense. They are very important. In addition to it, you should not have these things. You should not have shyness. You should not have hesitation. You should not have inhibition. You should not have fear psychosis. You should be in whichever field, wherever you are interacting, don't feel that the opposite party is greater than you. You just go on. Whatever that is there in you, you bombast the opposite person with which you are there. Whether it is wrong, right, if at all it is wrong, they will start correcting you. If at all it is right, they will adapt you. They will start emulating you. They start imitating you. Don't have this shyness. Don't have this fear psychosis. Don't have inhibitions. Don't have reservedness that I cannot speak with this man. He is a great man. In the beginning, I am telling you, my dear friends, I had all these things in my life and I started with all these things in my life. Then comes pronunciation, stress and slang, intonation. All these things are making you flowery in English. Don't bother. If at all my English is flowery or if at all I am good at pronunciation, what will happen? No, any feather will come to my. Whether I am able to be understood or getting things understood by others, that is important. whether I am flowery or not. I am not bothered about pronunciation. And even while pursuing my education also, I used to say, I know it should not be pronounced as direct. It should be pronounced as direct. And there are some words where you should know the exact pronunciation to be very clear in making the other part that what exactly you are conveying. That's all. If you are able to make him understand or you make him thorough with what you are having, that itself is a great thing. And that is right. Then coming to what you should do, you should start listening to debates, lectures, speeches, interviews, discussions, news, etc. on radio, TV. Nowadays YouTube channels are there, many things are there. So you should make it a habit of listening to more English, because you listen to more, you will start speaking. The next skill, immediate skill, is listening makes you speak. I have learned, my dear friends, like this only. Then comes reading habit. Read to number of newspapers starting. Then after newspapers, I only read headlines. I go to editorials because it gives you a lot of vocabulary. Then after editorials, if you are having time on holidays, interviews, you can read filmy news, you can read magazines, you can read weeklies, whatever it is, monthlies. Noting down important usages, expressions, it is very good habit. I used to do because I was basically a scribbler, a stenographer. So it gave me a lot of scope in learning things. Actually, kudos to Sir Isaac Pitman, who has introduced shorthand. It had made me know number of words. For example, one set of words which are pronounced in a particular manner, they can be easily understood by knowing Pitman shorthand. For example, I'll give you one example of shun. Say sounds ending in shun. If I ask a stenographer, he will give you repeatedly rotation, gradation, logician, fashion, motion, occasion, illustration, citation, depression, impression. So I can say, if you give me for another 15 to 20 minutes, I can give you all shun sounds. Only what Bharadwaj did is, I started knowing the meaning of all those sounds in addition to scribbling them. After some time, I could find a lot of words are there. And then luckily, it so happened I was showing interest in grammar. So I was basically a man who was born in family of grammarians. Both my grandfathers were grammarians. That's why luckily or genetically, there is some background of grammar in me. So I started learning grammar thoroughly. Then I had Time Institute facilitated me in learning intricacies of vocabulary. For that area, I am now switching over. My dear friends, vocabulary, in learning vocabulary, what is the things that are required? Vocabulary is a set of actually knowing words or power of knowing words. Can anybody say you will get power by knowing words? Absolutely, it is true. Because if you are thorough with words, you can make sentences easily. If you are having very good grammar, but no vocabulary, you are a big zero. Because you know how to construct the sentences, but you don't know words. Words can become word builders, and word builders can become sentences, and sentences become formal or functional, whatever it is. They can become good sentences. So vocabulary is very, very important. That's why I said in language equation, vocabulary is very important. Two parts of vocabulary, I said. Okay. Vocabulary means word power or power of knowing words. Definitely, when you know lot of words, your in any language for that matter, your power of knowing or your control over that language will increase. Then come to the headache of English, especially. Don't judge the meaning of a word in isolation. You cannot give the meaning of a word in isolation. That means when a word is in just isolation, standing alone, if you want to give the meaning, it is very problematic. Word, when used in a sentence, will have a meaning. Say, for example, if I say cut, C-U-T, cut, let me put it in Telugu, because I am thorough with Telugu language. Others, whoever is listening from other states, kindly cooperate with me. So, the word cut, don't cut trees. Here, chetlanu kottaddandi, ledu chetlanu narakadandi. So, if at all I am in Kadapa, I should say, chetlanu narakadandi. In Chittoor, other places, chetlanu kottaddandi. So even cut will have different meanings in vernacular itself, depending upon the places where they are. Don't cut trees. అక్కడ నరుకు అనే మీనింగ్ వస్తుంది కట్కి. కట్ ద కేక్, కేకును నరకద్దండి అంటే బాగుండదు, లేదు కేకును కొట్టద్దండి అంటేనే బాగుండదు, కేకును కొయ్యండి అనాలి. నెక్స్ట్ కట్ యువర్ హెయిర్, వెంట్రుకలను నరుకు, వెంట్రుకలను కొట్టు అంటే బాగుండదు. కట్ యువర్ హెయిర్ అంటే వెంట్రుకలను కత్తిరించు అనే మీనింగ్ వస్తుంది. అదేలాగా హీ రెగ్యులర్లీ కట్స్ ద క్లాస్, వాడు క్లాసులని ఎగ్గొడతాడు. అక్కడ కట్ అంటే ఎగ్గొట్టడము, లేదు డుక్కి కొట్టడం, డుమ్మా కొట్టడం, రకరకాలుగా చెప్తాం అనమాట. అక్కడ కట్ అంటే ఎగ్గొట్టు అన్న మీనింగ్ వస్తుంది. అదేలాగా హీ కట్స్ హ్యూమరస్ జోక్స్, అతను మంచి జోకులు వేస్తాడండి. అక్కడ జోకులు వేస్తాడు అంటాను కట్కి. అక్కడ జోకులు నరుకుతాడు, జోకులు కొడతాడు, లేదు జోకులు కత్తరిస్తాడు, ఇవి రాదు. అదేలాగా పవర్ కట్, విద్యుత్ కోత అని చెప్పాల్సి వస్తుంది కట్కి. అదేలాగా ది కటింగ్ డన్ బై హిమ్ ప్రూవ్ టు బి ఫ్యాటల్ ఆన్ ద రోడ్, అక్కడ కటింగ్ అంటే తిరగడము, అతిక్రమించడము, లేదు సీరియస్గా తిరిగినాడన్న మీనింగ్ తీసుకొస్తుంది. అక్కడ నరికినాడు, కోసినాడు, కొట్టినాడు, ఈ పదాలు కత్తిరించినాడు అంటే రాదండి. అదేలాగా డోంట్ కట్ యువర్ నెయిల్స్, గోల్డ్ గిల్లద్దండి, గిచ్చద్దండి అనే మీనింగ్లో అక్కడ కట్ చెప్తామండి. ఇట్లా ఒక వర్డ్ కట్టే, అదే టోటల్ కట్ అనుకోండి టాన్షర్ అంటాం. మేము తిరుమలకి వెళ్తే గుండు గీసేసినాడు, అక్కడ గీయుట అంటాను. చూడండి, డ్రాయింగ్ కాదు కదా, కానీ గుండును మనం గుండు గీసుకున్నాడు సార్ అంటాను. సో ఈవెన్ అవర్ వర్నాక్యులర్స్ దే యూజ్ different words, but in English we use only one word. You mean to say vocabulary is very lesser in English? No, my dear friends. English is such a funniest language. I can say dirtiest language, idiotic box, I can say idiotic language, which has for different words one word, for one word different words. Can we go to that? I'll show you. Amazing, surprising, astonishing, వండరింగ్, అన్నిటికీ ఆశ్చర్యమే అండి. తెలుగులో పోతే మీరు ఆశ్చర్యపడినాడు అనే ఉంటుంది, కానీ ఒక్కొక్క ఆశ్చర్యానికి ఒక్కొక్క ఫీలింగ్ ఉంటుంది. తికమక పడినాడని, అయోమయ పడినాడని, పజిల్డ్ అన్నా కూడా అదే అండి ఇంచుమించు. సో రకరకాలుగా వొకాబులరీ యొక్క ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ ఇంగ్లీష్ పైన ఉంది. కాబట్టి డోంట్ గివ్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ వర్డ్ ఇన్ ఐసోలేషన్. దాని గురించి ఇది చెప్పాను అనమాట. మీరు ఒక పదానికి అర్థం ఏం సార్ అని ఎవడైనా అడిగితే ముందు వాక్యంలో యూజ్ చేయరా అని చెప్పాలి వెంటనే. You put a word in a sentence will have meaning, but not the word in isolation. ఒంటరిగా ఉండే పదానికి మీనింగ్ చెప్తానంటే వాడిని పిచ్చోడు ఇంకోటి ఉండడు. కాబట్టి ఈ రోజు నుంచి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇఫ్ అట్ ఆల్ ఎనీబడి ఆస్క్స్ యూ మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ వర్డ్, ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యువర్ మాస్టర్, ఇమీడియట్లీ యూ సే, యూ యూజ్ ఇట్, యూ పుట్ ఇట్, యూ ఫార్మ్ ఇట్. ఫార్మ్ అండ్ యూసేజ్, యాజ్ ఐ సెడ్, యూ పుట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ఎ ఫార్మ్, యూ యూజ్ ఇట్ సార్, ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ ది ఆన్సర్ అని చెప్పండి. Right. Then coming to the concept of how words have come in English, or for that matter any language, it is the situation. There will be some roots, there will be prefixes, and there will be suffixes. English ki aithe clear ga undi, migitha language lu kuda untayi. Because it is like this. For example, whenever I was asked to tell about entire vocabulary in 5 minutes, people used to ask me. One great correspondent of a school in Kadapa, he said, what is that you will be going to tell my students? I don't want to name that institution, it is very well there in Kadapa now also. That correspondent madam, I remember even today, she gave only 5 minutes to me. You explain, Bharadwaj, what is that you are going to tell? I said, you know Khan madam, because she is basically a zoology botany madam basically, and she is a correspondent of a big institution. I said, Khan. Immediately she said, yes, I know, popcorn. I said, I never spelled it, madam. I said corn only. Oh, you can spell it. I said C-A-R-N. You are wrong, Bharadwaj. There is no word called corn, C-A-R-N. There is a word called C-O-R-N, popcorn. I agree with you, madam. Popcorn is there. It is C-O-R-N only. But there is one root word called corn, C-A-R-N. Corn? I never heard corn, she said, by having her face in a different posture. I said, no, madam, corn means, you know this. Actually, you are basically a zoology background correspondent sitting in the helm of the school institution. Corn. Then I said, can I add something suffixing it? You can tell immediately. Yes, you try for it, she said. I said, carnivorous. Immediately she said, it is flesh-eating animal. I said, corn means flesh. You agree, no, madam? Yes. Corn is C-A-R-N, corn is flesh. It is a root meaning, meaning to the root of the word, not to the word. I am telling you, my dear friends, remember this. Roots can generate or roots can derive other words, but root is not a word. Root is root, that's all. From roots, words will generate. A root is the base, but it is not base word. It is the base, that's all. It is not a word at all. So here, corn, C-A-R-N, corn, when added to vorous, it becomes carnivorous. We are suffixing there. So similarly, herbivorous, you may be now catching one another word, herbivorous. So I said corn is there now, okay. Carnation, what is this? I said carnation is noun form. You have added T-I-O-N, okay. I said in, you put in before carnation. So you have prefixed in and suffixed shan. I am repeating, my dear friends, you have prefixed in and suffixed shan to carn. Now it has become incarnation. What it means incarnation ante? Rebirth or new birth. You are entering into a flesh. Carn lopalki in aitanam. Carn is flesh. You are incarnation. Incarnation means rebirth or new birth. Hope you are understood. Now you put one more re before it. Reincarnation. అంటే పునర్జన్మ లేకపోతే అవతారం అంటాం. దేవుడు మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ భూమి పైన పుడతా ఉంటాడండి. మా హిందూ మిథాలజీ ప్రకారం దశావతారాలు 9 అవతారాలు అయిపోయింది, 10వ అవతారం కూడా వస్తుంది అంటున్నాం. రీఇన్కార్నేషన్, టేకింగ్ బర్త్స్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్. సో రీఇన్కార్నేషన్ is such a big word. To remember this reincarnation, what you did, you have prefixed re, you have prefixed in, and you have put the root word and you have made it a noun form, shan. So words are like this only. There will be root words, there will be prefixes, there will be suffix. This is the beautiful thing that is happening, but unfortunately we are not concentrating on root words. For that matter, even our system of education itself is wrong. People may agree or may not agree. We read prose, we read poetry, we read non-detail, we do like this, we do like that, but the basic thing to teach language, that is not happening in educational institutions. I feel this is the basic drawback with the system itself. I condemn the system for that matter. Don't blame the system. You start learning on your own, you can do. Today it is a route which I am showing you. It is a path. I studied, my dear friends, day and night I was with English communication, doing my jobs, doing my other activities. I never left this. I'll give you one more example. Take joy, J-O-Y. Joy and happiness, good. It is a base word. Joy is noun, okay. You make joyful, add full to it, it will become adjective. Then you add ly to it, joyfully, it will become adverb. You add less to joy, joyless. You add lessly, my friend is there, joylessly, okay. Adverb, it will become. Then joyous, ous you are added. Then ously, joyously, it will become adjective or adverb. So words are added like this. You put n before, it will become enjoy. You put n and also able, enjoyable, you make a new word. So in between, the base word is there. So root words are there, base words are there. Even without roots also, directly base word itself can be taken and prefixing and suffixing can be done. So if at all you are doing this, some words are derived. So base words and derived words. My dear friends, nowhere you can find this in textbooks. I am repeating, you have to do your own methodology. That's why I said vocabulary is also a methodology of doing things. Then comes prefixing and suffixing. Because of this, lot of things are happening. Root words are there. How many roots are there? Can anybody guess over that? Around 360 roots are there. Is it possible for us to learn all the 360 roots? It is highly impossible, because you can learn the root words, but derived words will be so many in number. To remember all those words into your little brain, your CPU will break, because CPUs are very strongly made. and some certain CPUs are very, very strong. I have to remember 7 to 8 languages in my brain. All those vocabularies will be fighting. So there will be overlappment also. So don't venture to learn all the 360 words. You will become a madcap. But a common fluent speaker requires how many words? I will read that. I had a very interesting passage. Today morning I have seen somewhere and I have copied it. A man who thinks he is very good, has very good command over English and feels he is proficient over the language knows only around 30,000 words. బాగా ఇంగ్లీష్ వచ్చిన వానికి కూడా 30,000 పదాలు వచ్చండి, అంతకన్నా ఎక్కువ ఎవడికి రాదు. Knowing about 2,000 word families, I am telling you here, it is mentioned as word families, nothing but root words and base words. Nearly 80% of coverage of written text, which means one word in every 5 words is unknown. If you try to see deeply, you will fall into trouble. So overall meaning, when you start understanding, leave about certain things. Routine base words, basic words are there. Under favorable conditions, a vocabulary size of 2,000 to 3,000 words provides you very good basis for language use. If you know thoroughly 2,000 to 5,000 words for that matter, you are a good speaker. Absolutely, my dear friends. Antakana ekku asal necessity raadu. Right? We will go to some other prefixing and suffixing. As I just now used one word, reincarnation. Similarly, whenever it is added, malli అనే అర్థం వస్తుంది. కన్సిడర్, రీ యాడ్ చేయండి, రీకన్సిడర్. పేర్, రిపేర్. ఓకే, అదేలాగా కాషన్, ప్రీ. ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ రీ వి సే ప్రికాషన్. ఓకే, సో ప్రిఫిక్సింగ్ ఈస్ డన్ లైక్ దిస్. యూ యాడ్ సర్టన్ థింగ్స్, ప్రికాషన్. అదేలాగా రీడయల్, అపియర్, రీఅపియర్ ఆర్ డిసపియర్. ఫర్ ఆపోజిట్ యూ సే డిస్. లైక్, dislike. So prefixing at times can make you number of words. For example, able అనే ఒక పదం నుంచి ఏమేమి వస్తుంది? అనేబుల్. ఓకే, డిసేబుల్, కేపబుల్, కేపబిలిటీ. ఓకే, ఇవి అడిషన్స్ చూడండి. అదేలాగా డిస్తో కొన్ని పదాలు చెప్పండి. డిస్కవర్, డిసప్రూవ్, డిస్సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్, డిస్ఒబే, డిస్కంటిన్యూ, డిస్కరేజ్, డిజార్డర్. Order, disorder. Is it not, my dear friends? By adding prefixing, but you don't say a miss is going, a unmarried girl, don't say dismiss. She has become opposite. No, English is such a funny language. That's why I said miss cannot become dismiss. Opposite of miss is not dismiss. Okay. Turb means water, turbo. You put this before it, say it is opposite to turbo. No, disturb is there. So at times English makes you laugh at English. I laugh at these words, dismiss, disturb. They are not opposite. Similarly, somebody is telling here, stance is there, S-T-A-N-C-E. Stance ante taking a position, taking a position, stance. Distance, దూరంగా వెళ్ళిపోవడం. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఆపోజిట్. ఓకే, అక్కడ అదేలాగా హౌ సఫిక్సింగ్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్. యూ సీ లాంగ్, longer, longest, bright, brighter, brightest. Agreed, they are all suffixing. So lot of words by prefixing and suffixing happened. So prefixing ante telusu meeku, adding something in the beginning, suffixing, adding at the end. Now you see, I will go to certain root words where you will do prefixing. Duct, D-U-C-T. Can anybody say what is duct means? Duct ante channel, canal. చూడండి, మీకు రూట్ వర్డ్స్ వస్తే ఈజీగా అర్థమైపోతుంది, లేకపోతే నా ముఖం చూస్తూ ఉంటారు అంతే. భాస్కర్కి ఎందుకు వచ్చు? వాడు నేర్చుకున్నాడు. మనకెందుకు రాదు? మనం నేర్చుకోలేదు. అంతే అండి డిఫరెన్స్. మీరు రూట్ వర్డ్స్ నేర్చుకుంటే నాకన్నా బ్రహ్మాండంగా మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఐ స్ట్రగుల్డ్, ఐ లర్న్డ్. యూ స్ట్రగుల్, యూ విల్ లర్న్. డక్ట్, దాని ముందర అబ్బు పెడితే అబ్డక్ట్ అంటే ఏమి? ఛానల్గా ఒకటే లైన్లో ఒక అమ్మాయి పోతాంది, ఆమెను మనం అబ్డక్ట్ చేసాం, కిడ్నాప్. ఓకే, చూడండి అక్కడి నుంచి అబ్డక్ట్ వచ్చింది. అదేలాగా ఫోన్ ఉంది, పిఓఎన్ఈ, దాని ముందర పోస్ట్ వస్తుంది, పోస్ట్ ఫోన్. ఓకే, ప్రీ ఫోన్. ఓకే, వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ లైక్ క్లైండ్. అదేలాగా యాంపుల్ ఉంది, ఇన్ ఎలాబరేట్, ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఎక్స్ అంటే ఇట్ యాడ్ సంథింగ్. ఓకే, సిమిలర్లీ నాటల్ ఉంది, దాని ముందర ప్రీ పెడితే ప్రీ నాటల్, పోస్ట్ పెడితే పోస్ట్ నాటల్. నాట్ అనేది ఒక రూట్ అండి, మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాను, ఎన్ఏటి నాట్, ఇట్స్ ఏ రూట్. దాని నుంచి వచ్చింది నాట్ అంటే జాతీయత, దాని నుంచి వచ్చింది. నాట్ నుంచే నాటల్, ఏమే ప్రీ నాటల్, పోస్ట్ నాటల్, నేషనాలిటీ, నేషన్, ఏమే ఆల్ దీస్ వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ నాట్ అనే రూట్ నుంచి వచ్చింది. అదేలాగా ఓపెన్ ఉంది, దాని ముందర రీ పెడితే రీఓపెన్. స్క్రిప్ట్ ఉంది, దాని ముందర పోస్ట్ పెడితే పోస్ట్ స్క్రిప్ట్. జుడైస్ ఉంది, ప్రిజుడైస్. మెచ్యూర్ ఉంది, ప్రిమెచ్యూర్. డోట్ ఉంది, యాంటీడోట్. డోట్, యాంటీడోట్ అంటే డోట్ అంటే విషం. ఓకే, రూట్. యాంటీడోట్ విషానికి విరుగుడు. ఓకే, సిమిలర్లీ ప్రికాషన్, ప్రిడామినెంట్, రీడయల్, రీజాయిస్, యాజ్ ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ, రీజాయిన్. అదేలాగా ఫుల్ అండ్ ఫుల్లీ, ఫెయిత్ఫుల్, ఫెయిత్ఫుల్లీ. అదేలాగా సిన్సియర్, సిన్సియర్లీ. ఇట్లా ఎల్వైలు యాడ్ చేసి ప్రిఫిక్సింగ్, సఫిక్సింగ్ చేస్తాము. అదేలాగా వర్డ్ కాంబినేషన్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, పిక్ ఈస్ వర్డ్, ప్యాకెట్ ఈస్ వర్డ్, జాయిన్ టుగెదర్ న్యూ వర్డ్. ఎస్, సిమిలర్లీ సన్ ఈస్ దేర్. క్రికెట్లో స్ట్రోక్ కొడతారు, రెండింటిని కలిపితే సన్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటాడు, స్ట్రోక్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది, రెండింటిని కలిపితే సన్ స్ట్రోక్, కొత్త వర్డ్ వచ్చింది. అదేలాగా ఓవర్లోడ్, ఓవర్లోడ్ అవుతుంది. ఏమే సిమిలర్లీ ల్యాండ్, లార్డ్. ఓకే, సో దీస్ వర్డ్స్ ఆర్, దెర్ ఆర్ సమ్ వర్డ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెసివ్ ఆర్ కాంపౌండ్ వర్డ్స్ అంటాం. టూ వర్డ్స్ కాయినింగ్ టుగెదర్ బికమింగ్ వన్ వర్డ్, దిస్ ఈస్ కాంపౌండ్ వర్డ్. అదేలాగా హైఫనేటెడ్ వర్డ్స్, రెండు మీనింగ్లు కలిసి ఒకటైపోతాయి. పార్టేక్, పార్ట్ ప్లస్ టేక్, పార్టేక్ అవుతుంది. ఒకటే టీ రాస్తాం. పాస్ టైం, పాస్ టైం అయిపోతుంది, ఒక ఎస్ తీసేస్తాం. హాలిడే, హోలీడే, అది యాక్చువల్లీ ఏమే హాలిడే అయిపోయింది ప్రొనౌన్సియేషన్లో. ఆర్మ్ చైర్, ఏమే వైట్ వాష్, మోటార్ సైకిల్. ఆల్ దీస్ వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ two words different in meaning, joined together they will become one word. Friends, now you have understood that roots are doing wonderful things in English. As I told you, nat is a root, national, nationality, natal, nature, nature, natural, naturally, prenatal, postnatal, antenatal, natality, nativity, natural science. ఎన్ని పదాలు వచ్చేసినాయి చూడండి. మీరు ఒక్క నాట్ నేర్చుకున్నారు, మీకు మిగతా అన్ని డిరైవ్డ్ వర్డ్స్ అయిపోతాయి. ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు రూట్ వర్డ్స్ తరోగా నేర్చుకొని డిరైవ్డ్ వర్డ్స్ని కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేస్తా పోతారో, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వర్డ్స్ యూ కెన్ లర్న్. సిమిలర్లీ కలోకేషన్స్ అని ఒక ఏరియా ఉంది, చాలా పెద్ద కాన్సెప్ట్ నేను తీసుకునింది. యాక్చువల్లీ వొకాబులరీ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ టేక్స్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ టైమ్ పర్మిట్స్ ఆర్ సమ్ అదర్ అకేషన్ ఐ విల్ గో స్టిల్ డీటెయిల్. బర్నింగ్ డిజైర్, బ్యూటిఫుల్ గర్ల్, ప్రెట్టి బేబీ, క్యూట్ డాగ్, handsome man, notorious criminal, midday meals. There are words which will go into a particular combination. Then atlane petali. As I said, sustained effort, strong determination, acute shortage, severe drought, severe pain, notable doctor, pleasant journey, something like this. It is a lengthy list. So able tonde, portable, portable, interminable, legible. Adelaga eyes to victimize, rationalize, harmonize, enfranchise, fortitude తో ఫార్టిట్యూడ్, బ్యూటిట్యూడ్, సర్టిట్యూడ్ ఇట్లా వెళ్తుందండి. ఇప్పుడు ఒక మంచి ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ది చెప్తాను. సైడ్ అండి, సైడ్ స్పెల్లింగ్ ఏమి? వెరీ గుడ్. మై స్టూడెంట్స్ హియర్ ఆర్ టెలింగ్ SID. I never said, I said side, root meaning, root spelling. Yes, root spelling is CID. I am not asking word spelling. See, వర్డ్ లో SID ఉంది. SID చెప్పిన వెంటనే సైడ్ అంటే ప్రక్కన. యూ ఇమీడియట్లీ విల్ సే టాప్ సైడ్, బాటమ్ సైడ్, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్, రైట్ సైడ్, ఇన్నర్ సైడ్, అవుటర్ సైడ్ అన్నీ చెప్తారండి. కానీ నేను అడిగింది ఆ సైడ్ కాదు, నేను అడిగింది CID. CID సైడ్ అంటే ఏమండి? చూడండి, అందరు సైలెంట్, అందరు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు దీన్ని, మీకు తెలియకనే యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు, కానీ మీకు ఎవరికి అది రూట్ అని తెలియదు. ప్రిసైడ్ కాదు, ఇక్కడ ఒక అతను ప్రిసైడ్ అని PRECIDE స్పెల్లింగ్ లో ఉంది, ప్రిసైడ్ కాదు సార్. ప్రిసైడ్ లో, ప్రిసైడింగ్ లో, ఎస్ యు ఆర్ రైట్, ప్రిసైడ్ లో అది రూట్ గా లేదు. నేను ఒకటి సప్లై చేసి చెప్తాను మీకు. సూసైడ్, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఏం సూసైడ్ అంటే? కిల్లింగ్ వన్ సెల్ఫ్, ఎవరికి వాళ్ళు చచ్చిపోతే అది సూసైడ్, అంతే కదండి. పురుగులను చంపితే పెస్టిసైడ్, గుడ్. ఇన్సెక్టిసైడ్ కూడా అనొచ్చు, ఇన్సెక్టిసైడ్ ఆర్ పెస్టిసైడ్. ఓకే, మనుషులను అందరినీ చంపితే, జనాలను చంపితే, మీ క్లూ ఇచ్చిన, జనాలను చంపితే, జనాలు జనసైడ్ సార్, అది సాంస్క్రిట్ నుంచే పోయింది సార్. జనసైడ్ ఏమే, తల్లిని చంపితే మ్యాట్రిసైడ్. నేను చెప్పిన మాతృ అని బిగినింగ్లోనే, మాతృదేవో భవ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా. మ్యాట్రిసైడ్, ఫాదర్ని చంపితే మ్యాట్రిసైడ్. ఓకే, కిల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ వన్స్ పేరెంట్స్ ఈజ్ ప్యారిసైడ్, ఇద్దరిని చంపేస్తే. ఇన్సెక్టిసైడ్, మ్యాట్రిసైడ్, ప్యారిసైడ్, సొరోరిసైడ్. ఏమండి సొరోరిసైడ్ అంటే? కిల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ సిస్టర్. అక్సోరిసైడ్, కిల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ వైఫ్. చూడండి, మీకు సిఐడిఈ సైడ్ అంటే టు కిల్ అన్న రూట్ మీనింగ్ దొరికితే దాని నుంచి మీరు హోమిసైడ్, ఫ్రాట్రిసైడ్, ఇన్ఫాంటిసైడ్, చిన్న పిల్లల్ని చంపితే, పెస్టిసైడ్, ఏమే అక్సోరిసైడ్, సొరోరిసైడ్, సూసైడ్, మ్యాట్రిసైడ్, రెజిసైడ్, ప్యారిసైడ్, ఇన్సెక్టిసైడ్, జనసైడ్ అన్ని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు కదా సార్? యూ హ్యావ్ టు సే ఎస్, నో ఎనీ డౌట్ సార్. నాకు ఇంతకుముందు ఇన్ని సైడ్లు గుర్తులేవు సార్. నేను తెలుగు మీడియం సార్. మై ఫ్రెండ్ ఈస్ దేర్ టు హూ విల్ అగ్రీ విత్ మీ. నౌ ఐ ఆమ్ capable ఆఫ్ టీచింగ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ vocabulary బికాస్ ఐ నో రూట్ వర్డ్స్, ఐ నో గ్రామర్, ఐ నో రూట్ వర్డ్స్, ఐ నో ఇంగ్లీష్ అండి, అంతే. ఇంగ్లీష్ రావాలంటే రెండూ రావాలండి. అది ఏ ఏజ్లో నేర్చుకుంటారు, ఎప్పుడు నేర్చుకుంటారు అనేది మీ విజ్ఞతకు, మీ యొక్క బాధ్యతకు వదిలిపెట్టేస్తున్నా. నెక్స్ట్, ఇప్పుడే మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఒకటి చెప్పాడు, ఏమది ప్రిసైడ్ అని. ఇక్కడ కోయిన్సైడ్ అని కూడా ఒక వర్డ్ ఉంది. ఏమే, నాకు ఒక క్లాస్లో ఎవరో స్టూడెంట్ అన్నాడు, సార్ కాయిన్స్ అంతా ఖర్చు పెడితే, మా నాయన ఇచ్చిన కాయిన్స్ అంతా నేను ఖర్చు పెడతాను, అది కాయిన్సైడ్ సార్, కాయిన్స్ నేను చంపేస్తున్నానని. కాదండి, అందుకే తెలివిగా ఇంగ్లీష్ వర్డ్ దాన్ని కాయిన్సైడ్ అనలే, కోయిన్సైడ్ అన్నాడు. ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ కో ఈజ్ ద రూట్, ఇన్ ఈజ్ ద రూట్, ప్రిఫిక్సింగ్ అయిందండి. కో బ్రదర్, కోఆపరేషన్, కోఆప్టెక్స్, కో అంటున్నాం అక్కడ, అక్కడ కా అనలే. రిమెంబర్ దిస్. అందుకనే మనకు ఈవెన్ ప్రొనౌన్సియేషన్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. కోయిన్సైడ్ ఆర్ యాజ్ హీ సెడ్ ప్రిసైడ్, దే ఆర్ నాట్ ద వర్డ్స్ కమింగ్ అండర్ దిస్ రూట్. రూట్కు రాని పదాలు కూడా ఉంటాయి, అవి రూట్లెస్ అండి. కాబట్టి అవి రూత్లెస్ గా కూడా ఉంటాయి. అవి వాటికి దయా దాక్షిణ్యం ఉండదు. వాటిని అట్టట్టే నేర్చుకోవాలి, తప్పదు. ఓకే, అది మై ప్రాక్టీస్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇంకొక ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ రూట్కి వెళ్దామా? ఓకే, అనదర్ 5 minutes ఐ విల్ క్లోజ్. క్రసీ ఈజ్ దేర్. క్రసీ, క్రసీ మీన్స్ CRACY. క్రసీ మీన్స్ రూల్. క్రసీ అంటే రూల్. దీని నుంచి వచ్చిన పదాలు థియోక్రసీ, జెరంటోక్రసీ, ప్లూటోక్రసీ, గైనియోక్రసీ, ఓక్లోక్రసీ, క్యాకిస్టోక్రసీ, బ్యూరోక్రసీ. ఒకప్పుడు ఏ పదాలకు అర్థం తెలియదండి నాకు, ఇప్పుడు అన్నిటికీ తెలుసు. ఎందుకు? ఐ నో ద రూట్. థియోక్రసీ మీన్స్ ది కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ ఇన్ విచ్ గాడ్ ఈజ్ ద సుప్రీం, గాడ్ ఈజ్ ద కింగ్. దేవుడినే రాజుగా అనుకొని ఆ రాజ్యాన్ని పరిపాలిస్తాను అనుకోండి. ఐఎమ్ థియాలజీ, థియాలజికలీ ఐఎమ్ గుడ్. థియాలజీ మీన్స్ సంథింగ్ కనెక్టెడ్ విత్ దైవత్వం. సో థియోక్రసీ ఈస్ ద స్టేట్ ఆర్ ద ఇన్ విచ్ God is regarded as the sole sovereign. Next, geronto. Gerontocracy means gerontology. Geronto means old people, government by the old people. Pluto. Pluto means wealthy people. అందుకనే ప్లూటోలో ఏమే వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్లానెట్స్ కదా, అక్కడ ఎక్కువ వెల్త్ ఉంటుంది ప్లూటోలో. ప్లూటోక్రసీ. గైనియో మీన్స్ గైనకాలజీ అండి, లేడీ. రూల్ బై ద మమతా బెనర్జీ, రూల్ బై Jayalalitha, they are all gyneocracies. Okay, bureaucracy, where officials are responsible as rulers, ఉద్యోగస్తులు. ఓక్లోక్రసీ, ఓక్లా అంటేనే మాబ్ అని అర్థం అండి, గ్రూప్, మాబ్ రూల్. ఎవడు రాజు ఎవడికి తెలియదు, జన సమూహమే రాజులుగా ఉంటారు, అందరూ ఉంటారు. ఓక్లోక్రసీ. క్యాకిస్టోక్రసీ అంటే కాకి, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, కాకి అంటే వర్స్ట్గా ఉంటుంది, నలుపు కలర్ కదండి, మంచిది అయితే కాకులు తెలుసు కదా. ఒక కాకి సపరేట్గా అన్నం తిందు, అన్నిటిని అరిచి పిలిచి తింటుంది, అది మనలాగా కాదు, అది సెల్ఫిష్ కాదు. కానీ కాకి వర్స్ట్ కాబట్టి రూల్ బై ద వర్స్ట్ పీపుల్ ఈజ్ కాకిస్టోక్రసీ. అదేలాగా డెమో మీన్స్ ఎస్, రూల్ బై ద పీపుల్, ఫార్ ద పీపుల్, ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్, బై ద పీపుల్, సోషల్ పీపుల్ చెప్తారు. డెమోక్రసీ, రైట్. సిమిలర్లీ టైమోక్రసీ, టైంను బట్టి వెళ్ళిపోవాలా, వాడి టైం వచ్చిందా. ఇప్పుడు మనకు గవర్నమెంట్ అంతా అట్లే ఉంది, కోయిలేషన్ గవర్నమెంట్. 2 years ఒకడు, వాడి టైం అయిపోతే వాడు టైమోక్రసీ, నెక్స్ట్ వాడు వస్తాడు, వాడు రూల్. ఎరగటోక్రసీ. ఎరగటో మీన్స్ రూల్ బై వర్కర్స్, laborers becoming kings. So my dear friends, you have understood now what is the logic. Aristocracy, ruled by the wealthy people. Yes, aristocracy. One of the persons are telling here. All right. Similarly, you can remember phobias. Phobia is a root. Okay. Astrophobia, ballistrophobia, claustrophobia, ergophobia, nyctophobia, oclophobia, phanophobia. I don't know all these things, Andy. When I went to competitive exams to give coaching, I was forced to learn all these things. Then I started learning how come I can master over this. I have started learning root words and root words to prefixes, prefixes to suffixes, close to many masters and books,
Okay.
which have helped me a lot. Right, Andy? Thank you very much for your patient listening. Any doubts? It is welcome now.
Hello.
Yes?
Hello.
Yes, I am listening to you.
Okay, it's time for vote of thanks. I, Dr. G. Ramanjaneyulu, Associate Professor, Bala Institute of IT and Management. I take this privilege as a good opportunity to give vote of thanks to Sri Bhaskar Bharadwaj Garu. It's our honor for getting methodology and vocabulary, for giving valuable information to our students and staff also, sir. We are very much thankful to you, sir, for giving valuable information on this today's webinar. Thank you, one and all. So every participant, you fill the feedback form which we shared in the message box. You will get the e-certificate through your email. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.